Hi, my name is Katie Cooper, and this is my presentation on self-discrepancy. Self-discrepancy theory is the gap between one's ideal self and one's actual self. Ideal self is what you aspire to be, what and who you want to be, and how you imagine yourself and how you want others to see yourself. Where one's actual self is the reality of who you are and what people truly see you to be. This gap or discrepancy between our ideal self and our actual self leads to dissatisfaction with our own self-image and a need to consume a gap closer. This theory helps marketers determine what and why consumers buy. We can find these self-discrepancies from three different sources. The first source being self. Self-discrepancy can be from yourself. You can create the gap internally. Mine was found in volleyball. I saw myself as an excellent player who could do it all, be anything they wanted. I saw myself going to a D1 school, or with me coming to Ambrose, at least being at the varsity level. Instead, I ended up on JV. I set my own goal and failed to reach it. My ideal self was better than my actual self. The next source is others. I have always had an extreme fear of missing out. My reoccurring discrepancy from others is when I go out for a night to have fun, to see people, to go drink. And I go out and I see my entire team out without me having fun, having laughs, and no one thought to tell me about it. They created that discrepancy for me. Our next discrepancy is from groups. I've never personally had this source of discrepancy, but this can come from your nationality or race, or even your gender, or simply a job title. The way we get through these discrepancies is through 5 coping mechanisms. First is direct resolution, when you directly fix a problem. When I was not getting the results I wanted out of Ambrose volleyball, I set up extra practices with one of my coaches. I made a schedule to keep up with my strength more than I had before, and I started reaching out to other schools. And I found one and visited over the summer, but soon realized I did not want to do an extra year of school, and so I am here back at Ambrose. So you have to directly resolve the problem. My version of directly resolving that problem was making myself better so that other people would want me, so my ideal self would be happy with where I was in that new place. Our next coping mechanism is symbolic completion. My finest moment of symbolic completion was in 8th grade, when everybody had to be the picture perfect girl. You had to have all the right clothes, you had to have all the right jewelry. So I bought in and I got the Miss Me jeans and the Sperry's and the James Avery rings. And I did my hair the same way they did. I straightened my hair every morning. And that was my version of symbolic completion, where you try and fix your problems superficially. Next, we have dissociation. I found myself dissociating sophomore year of college. I was on the Ambrose cheer team as well. And we have an overall head coach who deals with cheer and dance. And she hires a head coach for competitive and non-competitive cheer and dance. I was on non-competitive cheer. I did not get along with anything that our coach said, did, had us practicing why we did it that way. And instead of going to the main coach, I just quit. That was my way of dissociating, which is exiting from that problem. I left the team, therefore my problem was gone. Next, we have escapism. Escapism is when you try and find a temporary fix for your issue. It can be alcohol, or in my case, vacation. I got a bunch of rumors spread around in high school about a bunch of different things. And they were bad enough to get me called into the office and get me suspended from school. And so my mom and I she took a week off. I had the rest of the year off. And we went to Disney World to escape from our problem. It was only a temporary fix, but for that temporary time, it worked. And is probably one of my favorite memories. All right, lastly, we have fluid compensation, which is basically where you justify the bad with the good so it all evens out and you can say that everything is okay. So one that I have that is reoccurring is I will have a really bad practice the day before a game. And then that game day, I get put in, even though coach saw that I was not doing too hot the day before, and we win, and I contributed to that win. So I can tell myself that bad practice doesn't matter because I helped them win and everything is okay because I did a good thing. Thank you for listening.